1954, New York City. The NBC Century Theater on 7th Avenue was already so loud that you could feel the noise through the walls of the corridor backstage. The kind of crowd sound that means something has just happened. That 43 million people watching television will remember Audrey Hepburn was standing near a concrete pillar with an Oscar in her hand. She had arrived minutes earlier, straight from the 46th Street Theater where she had been performing Ondine, wig stripped off in the limousine, stage makeup wiped away in a backstage bathroom. Had barely found her seat before Jean Hersholt read her name from the envelope. And now she was backstage with the Oscar in her hands and 24 years old and no idea what to do with her face. Wait, because what happened in the next 4 minutes in that corridor would stay with her for the rest of her life. And the person who walked toward her from the far end of the hallway was the only person in the world she would have wanted to see at precisely that moment. The man who had made it possible, who had seen what she was before she fully saw it herself, who had never once asked for anything in return. Gregory Peck had come to the Century Theater because Roman Holiday was his film too, and because he had known since the summer they made it in Rome that this night was coming. Not hope known, he had watched her work every day on cobblestone streets in the Roman heat. Never late, never precious, entirely present. And had told Paramount she was something the industry had not seen before. They had not believed him until the Oscar confirmed it. Have you ever known someone's worth before the world caught up and felt the quiet satisfaction of watching it finally arrive? He walked the length of the corridor toward her, 6 feet 3 inches, in a dark suit, moving with the deliberate, unhurried purpose she had always recognized as his. He had waited at the edge of the corridor until there was a gap in the crowd, and then he walked through it. He stopped in front of her. He looked at the Oscar in her hands and then at her face, and what she saw in his expression was something she had almost never seen there. Not pride exactly, because pride implies ownership, and Gregory Peck had never confused championing a person with possessing them. It was the expression of a man who has been right about something that mattered and does not need anyone to confirm it. He said something quietly, leaning down from his hike so the words were for her alone. And Audrey Hepburn, who had held herself together through the sprint from 46th Street, and the backstage bathroom, and the 43 million viewers, and the walk to the stage, and the acceptance speech in which she had been, by all accounts, entirely composed. Felt her eyes fill. You remember the last time someone said something to you that reached past your composure and made you feel, for just a moment, completely seen. What he said to her, no one recorded. The photographers were 20 feet away. The corridor noise covered everything at conversational volume. She never repeated it publicly, not in the interviews that came after that night, not in the 4 tributes she gave them over the decades that followed. There are certain things that belong only to the moment they were spoken. What is known is that Gregory Peck had demanded equal billing for her above the title. The previous summer, unheard of for an unknown actress. And that Paramount had agreed with reluctance. What is known is that when the film came out, the reviews belonged almost entirely to Audrey. Gregory was not nominated that year and told reporters, without hesitation, that watching Audrey walk to the stage was one of the finest moments of his career. Have you ever known someone so secure in themselves that celebrating another's success cost them nothing at all? She told him later she had moved the Oscar off her nightstand because it made her nervous to wake up and see it. He said that was right, The obligation was to earn it again every time. This is what it looked like. And Hollywood got something exactly right. Not the ceremony, not the statue, not the 43 million viewers, but a corridor backstage at the NBC Century Theater on a March evening. A young woman with an Oscar in her hands, and the man who had always known she deserved it sang at last. Whatever it was, it made her eyes fill. If you remember when generosity was the mark of genuine greatness, when the biggest stars built others up without scorekeeping, share this with someone who still believes that character exists. Subscribe to keep these stories alive. Has someone ever believed in you?